Hello and thank you for joining us today for the Student Finance web chat with Lloyds TSB Student Banking. Now, I'm joined today by Britain's favourite independent financial expert, Alvin Hall, by Caroline Brady from Lloyds TSB's Student Banking team, and by recent graduate Emma Waldron. We have plenty of emails coming in from you, and we're pleased to welcome a number of students to be here to discuss their financial queries with Alvin, Caroline and Emma. So let's have a look and see if we can answer some of your queries. Now, first, the question that's been sent in and is actually addressed to you, Alvin. What would you say are the important things to remember when you're trying to stick to a budget?
You need to determine up front what is going to be the maximum amount you can afford to spend each week or month. Some people get lump sums in at the beginning of the term or periodically throughout the term. You need to regularize that money over the course of the term so that you do not run out before the end. Know every week or every month the maximum you can spend. A friend of mine in university did the most amazing thing. At the beginning of every week, he would go to the ATM machine at the cash point, withdraw his weekly cash allowance, and keep it in 7 envelopes in his drawer. And that's the way he controlled himself.
Gosh, that's very controlling. I saw you nodding away there.
I had
did
friends
you do
that did
that?
exactly the same thing. I didn't do it myself, but one of my very good friends did exactly the same thing. Take out the amount that you're going to have for that week and don't go over it.
What would your advice be to students who are, after all, managing their money for the first time?
Go into your bank, talk with them, and use your bank as a financial advisor. Don't feel reluctant to go into your bank. Also, you find that a number of banks actually, including ourselves, we have what is called like Savvy Saver guides. Go onto them, look at the tools that they advise you and help you to pre-plan and budget.
Emma, retrospectively, sorry, would you say that consensus amongst students was that despite the debt that you do come out with and the money that you have to repay, it's always worth it in the long run?
I would certainly say that, and I think a testimony to that is the fact that most of my friends at university have gone on to do further education. Out of about 90 students within my college, only about 5 have gone on to find jobs. Everyone else is staying to do masters, PhDs, PGCEs, things like that. So even though they perhaps are already in some amount of debt, they're still prepared to keep on learning, potentially getting into yet more debt, but because they feel that in the long term it is going to be worth it.
Let's have another question from a member of our audience.
As a student, you can borrow so much money from student finance and things like that in your overdrafts. Where's the incentive to save money for after university to help start paying your loans back?
You worry about saving as you're ending your university career and start thinking about repaying your loans. That's the time you think about it. But in the early days, it's going to be very hard to save. It really is. There's no magic pill. I say to you, don't fall under the pressure of, say, I have to get on the property ladder. I have to do this immediately when you graduate from university. Your first thing is to get your career solidified and your earnings potential in place.
Well, thanks to our viewers and our audience for some great questions, and I do hope that our panel of financial experts have given you some good tips and advice for your financial future. Before we go, Alvin, what would your top 5 tips be for planning your financial future as a student?
Number 1, strike the right balance. Don't make your budget so tight that you feel constrained, because then you'll just swing over and go into a spending binge. Get the balance right so you feel happy and satisfied. Number 2, be your own person. If you're with a group of people who are going out and flashing the cash and overspending, you don't have to do it. When you start running out of money or you feel you're under pressure, just say, I'm a little short. I guarantee you somebody else among your group of friends will feel the same way and will appreciate your having drawn a line in the sand on the spending. Live like a student. As a student, you get discounts on your banking services, discounts at stores, cards and vouchers that give you discounts. Use them all because it expands the purchasing power of your money. Be savvy. Read the details of your overdraft, your bank account, any credit cards that you may have, so that you get the deal that is most suitable for you. And be cash happy. When you go out at night, Friday night, weekends with friends, put only the amount of cash in your wallet that you can afford to spend. And when that money is just about gone, say goodnight and head home, because remember, you can have a great time in 2 or 3 hours. You don't have to stay out till 3 o'clock in the morning.
Thank you, Alvin. Many thanks for that. There are some great tips there for parents and university goers out there. And for those of you who want more information, don't forget to check out www.lloydstsb.com/student for advice, support and financial know-how. Good luck at university. You'll have the time of your life.